Hey everyone, this is Kay and you're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. In today's reading, we will look at what does your future hold for the thing or situation you have on your mind. And then we'll have a look at what is your guidance to achieve this thing or situation. So we have this oracle deck and I have more oracle decks. We're going to start off with this for pick a card. Please pardon my hands. I have been painting, plastering, and caulking, not necessarily in that order, so they are a disaster right now, but please forgive them. But anyways, we have this deck here that I'm going to pull 3 cards from. So we're going to have 3 piles this time. I remember I had promised you, told you that I would be doing that. I had started out with just 1 actually, which really isn't to pick a card, and then it went to 2. So now we're going to 3. This is my 2025 year for changing up the way I do tarot card readings. Doing pick a cards now. All right, I've already said my prayer. You're going to find out what cards want to come out and be part of the reading today. Oh, 1 more, pardon me. There we go. Okay, so for the first one we have pile number 1 is surrender. That's number 31, surrendering to build a new foundation. 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. That's foundational energy. Wise action number 12 is pile number 2, and 3 is like it's like air energy. It's like thinking, communicating, that sort of thing. Wise action, yeah, wisdom. Okay, and for pile number 3 we have dharma, which is the opposite of karma, but we usually say karma instead of dharma, whether it's good karma or not. When it's good, it's dharma. When it's not good, it's usually karma. So this is number 4. Again, it's a foundational number. And so please use your intuition and to determine which pile speaks to you. Though if you're feeling guided to all 3 piles, by all means, then please watch all of them. But if you'd rather choose in another way, you just don't know which pile to choose. I know I have that problem sometimes. Like, I think my intuition's telling me one thing, but I'm kind of looking at it. I'm a visual person. I like to see the colors and the images, and that's kind of how I go. Sometimes my intuition is saying, oh yeah, you like this, you like that, but you really should pick this pile, that kind of thing. So I'm going to pull out 4 tiles, alphabet tiles, which you might be okay, 5 on this pile. You might actually be drawn to, right? I had 2 D's, which doesn't really make any sense. So we got O, D, E, M, and H for pile number 1. Pile number 2, what do we got? We have, I shouldn't have put that D back in there. Yep. Okay, so we got B, C, F, and P. That's pile number 2. Okay, so if any of these letters you're drawn to, then that could be the pile that you want. We've got another B. Let's try this. J, W, I, and S. Okay, there we go. I'm going to put these away. So if you're drawn to any one of these piles using your letter, then that's great. Otherwise, sit there and take your time, be patient with your intuition, and let yourself figure out which one to pick. Okay, I'll be back. Hi, pile number 1. You have come to pile number 1 because you've chosen the card Surrender, number 31. And if you picked this pile from the letters, then you have O, D, E, M, and H. So we'll put them aside. You know those energies are part of the reading. Let me just read that one to you. This is the kind of deck that the deck didn't come with a guidebook, so I actually have to print it out. So I'm going to find it here. Number 31, Surrender. What does it say? It's little tiny writing. I have to take my glasses off to see it. When things in life don't go according to your plan, don't resist. That only creates suffering. Instead, drop your expectations, look around, pay attention, and trust the intelligence of the universe and your true self, allowing it to guide you to where you need to be. So surrender yourself to me. Surrender the results of your actions while continuing to strive for self-mastery. Surrender is a scary word to the small, separate, egoic self, for it suggests giving up. But on the spiritual path, surrender is not giving up. It is the ultimate practice of giving over to God. When Krishna says in the above verse, surrender yourself to me, he is asking us to surrender our small egoic self to the one self, and then live and act from the higher unified level. Surrender does not mean inaction or giving up. It is about releasing desires and attachments of the ego, giving over to God, and yet at the same time still doing all we can to live well, serve, and strive towards enlightenment. Surrender is grounded in trust. Trust is the extraordinary and unfathomable intelligence that underlies and governs the entire universe. Trust in the guidance of the self rather than the lower egoic self. Okay, well, that's for that one, and that is a card that has to do with what your future holds for you, for the thing or situation you have on your mind. And these are the oracle decks I'll be using. So let's find out what cards want to appear to be part of the reading for what does your future hold for the thing or situation you have on your mind. This one, and I'm taking that one. Just felt it, had to do it. Okay, the Lenormand. And we'll pull from that one and then some tea. Get some tea. That one jumped. And this one. So what does your future hold for the thing that you want, that you have on your mind? Why did I turn it? But there's Raven. Okay. And then we're going to do this. I feel drawn to this bunch right here, which is a lot, but that's not unusual for me. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's start off with Intuit Trio. We have, or you have, sacred space. So what does your future hold for the thing or situation you have on your mind? There's sacred space and surrender. Interesting, right? Surrender, sacred space. And then we have rejuvenation. Isn't that interesting? That really is all about surrendering, isn't it? When you surrender, you go into a sacred space and rejuvenate your mind. Rejuvenate your mind, your spirit. Okay, what we got for Lenormand? We got snake, which is number 7, which is divinity, divine. The snake is quite spiritual, actually, because it sheds its skin, and it's still very much whole, even though it sheds its skin. It walks right out of its skin, or slithers, but it can also, join itself at its tail, making that infinity number, or symbol, I should say, infinity symbol, which is there is no ending, there's no beginning. So that's very, very sacred as well. But in the Lenormand, it's also talking about how, because the apple's on the tree, how Adam took a bite from the apple, and then was thrown into, was ousted out of the Garden of Eden. And then that was this whole world, or the illusion we have that we refer to as the world. The universe, there's change coming about. Number 9. So there's an ending that's causing changes. Raven we have here. Raven is all about confidence. So you are encouraged to disconnect from the, well, this is weird, okay? Disconnecting from the physical or materialistic plan and move to the spiritual realm. You have a deep spiritual connection, which you mustn't ignore. You are on the brink of transformation and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. So this is very, very, very synchronistic in the sense that we're talking about there is a time where you are to surrender your energy to whatever it is that you have on your mind, the thing or situation that you're hoping to achieve. Surrender to it and go internally inward, and allowing yourself to do that, make that transformation, walking out of one skin or way of thinking, perspective, beliefs, that sort of thing, so that you can have the change that you're looking for. All right, let's find out what the T is. The month of the year is May. Wow, that's only, well, 4.5 months from now, right? So that's May. Could be 5, could be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 minutes, you know, and so forth and so on. So here we go. We got mountain, major challenge to overcome. Okay, so there's a major challenge to overcome that is on the path of change for you, that you are finding in your quest to find out what the future holds for you in this situation or this thing that you're wanting to achieve. And then we got hat. You will be playing a different role. Wow, okay. A different role. Grapes, time to go out and have some fun. So yeah, surrender. Let yourself kind of put on pause this thinking, this maybe even overthinking, but thinking about, you know, will I ever achieve this? Will I get what I want? That kind of thing. So it's about, even if you're into meditation or, you know, just like to, you know, sit in stillness, rejuvenate like this in a sacred space. Maybe you go inward into introspection. You might just like to be on your own in nature, that sort of thing. That is a great way for you. If that's something you enjoy doing, that's a way to have fun. But you know, you can do that and still go out with your friends and have fun anyways, irregardless. So we have turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. I like that card. I like it. Someone is behaving stupidly. That's hilarious. Okay, rose. Romance is in the air. Chair. Empty. Someone is leaving your life. Wow. And last one, tree. Affairs with your family. Okay, someone is leaving your life. Affairs with your family. Wonder if your family has something to do with it. Their thoughts on something, their opinions and attitudes might be the mountain, the major challenge to overcome, possibly. Okay, so for some of you, there is a situation, as in a situationship or relationship, that you're looking for, seeing what the future holds for you and this person, this other person that's on your mind, that you want to be in a connection with, or are currently in a connection with them. You want to know what the future holds for that. The other thing is a thing. You're looking to achieve something that has to do with either work, you know, work, career, right, finances, health, family, things that you might be looking forward to going on a trip. That's a thing. Achieving the ability to go to, let's say, Mexico, you know, Cancun or something like that for a holiday, a vacation. That's something you want to achieve. You want to see what that you're maybe working towards, being able to do something like that. Your health, maybe you're trying to get feeling better, or you've got tests coming up and you're not sure what the test results are going to be, and you're kind of a little worried about it, maybe a bit freaked out and scared, given what the outcome could be. But that's where this whole like surrender it to the higher powers that be, and put yourself into a sacred space and get yourself rejuvenated. It might even be that your health needs that kind of downtime, where so that your body cells can rejuvenate, like start pumping out really healthy cells instead of producing cells that are sick. Okay, if that's what the situation is. But the Raven is to say that you have confidence in doing this, and have confidence that if you take the time to allow yourself to walk out of your skin and leave whatever it was that caused the problem, the situation, the thing that you want to leave behind, to leave it behind so that you can go towards something more harmonious, more peaceful, more loving, more fun, that kind of thing, interesting, whatever it is. Change is coming. All you have to do is just allow yourself to transform, have the confidence to do that. So let's find out what, and it could be as soon as May that you start seeing the results of whatever it is that you're looking for coming to this reading, as in with respect to what your future holds for this thing or situation you have in your mind. So let's go ahead. And this card here, hat, it right away spoke to me in that it's not so much that you're playing a different role, it's just that you are changing to be a different person in then what would become a different role. For example, it could be that you, with time spent on your own, going inward and introspectively, seeking help from the divine for you to achieve whatever it is that you're looking at achieving, like better health, the relationship, that sort of thing, career advancement, improvement, salary, finances improving, that sort of thing. Whatever it is, you go into introspection, you start finding the trust, like the confidence that if you allow yourself to trust in the universe, because you're surrendering your problems or your thoughts and your beliefs and attitudes, saying, I know I have these negative thoughts about what might come of this, what might my future hold in this situation or with this thing that I have on my mind. I would like help. I would like help from the divine to help me change the way I'm thinking, to change the way I think, so that I come out of this, leaving the old skin behind. I come out of this with a whole different perspective, a new attitude, new belief, believing, having more hope, trusting more that everything is fine as it is. Then suddenly you're playing a different role in your life than you were before, because of your attitude change, your beliefs, and knowing that you are safe and protected, having the being backed by the divine, that you're relying on the divine to support you and to help you achieve those things, the better health, the finances, the love, the work, whatever it is, achieve it. That you know that as long as you let go and let God, as they say, then you'll be fine. And that's really, it could be like a whole thing about the family, that you grew up in a family that didn't really take that kind of thinking into consideration. They had no faith in it, no belief in relying on the divine to help us and to support us in every way, as well as protecting us at the same time. So there is, it could be that it's a family thing that it has become a major challenge for you, a family belief, right? Belief system, major challenge for you to overcome. Could be. So, but we still have someone is behaving stupidly, romance is in the air, and someone is leaving your life. So let's find out what the tarot has to say. Okay? Seven of Swords. See, that's very much like this, right? Seven of Swords, this could be like escaping. Strength. Ace of Swords. Three of Cups. Knight of Cups. Ace of Wands. Queen of Swords. And Eight of Cups. Okay. Like I said, the energy in the cards is that even though there's a queen here and a knight, well, most specifically queen, knights kind of think of as being a male gender, but the queen is generally a female gender, but we're not talking gender, we're talking energy. So the Queen of Swords energy is here. Whether you're a man or a woman watching this reading, this Queen of Swords energy is for you, okay? Irregardless of your gender. All right, so we have Seven of Swords, making the great escape. Strength, you got your eye on the ball, on the target, right? You got your eye on the target, and you're taking the steps necessary for you to hit the target. Ace of Swords is like you are reaching for what is the truth for you, very curious about that, you know, what does your future hold, right? You're curious about what your future holds. That's the Ace of Swords energy. Three of Cups is like celebration. All right, celebration and coming together and celebrating, you know, a triumph, right? Knight of Cups is about great love. Love is in kindred soul love between two people. Somebody has a lot of affection for you. Ace of Wands is like a whole lot of like a brand new page of and brand new beginning of desire and, you know, being motivated and excited. A lot of energy there with the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Swords, like I say, the Queen of Swords is the one who is always reaching for the truth. Here, she lives by her sword. She will die by her sword, but that is her truth. That's her faith, and that's her trust, right? She's very fair-minded, and she has the discerning ability. She's very, very powerful, feminine energy. Eight of Cups is walking away, but as this card imparts, this one is walking up, as if it's elevating because of the leaving something behind, emotional attachment or investment, leaving it behind, and there's a leveling up as a result of that. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got Seven of Swords, Strength, Ace of Swords, and Three of Cups. So there is something, what it seems like, somebody you're able to escape your situation, whatever that is, by going inward. Okay, going inward, finding the strength because you've got your eye on the ball. You've got your eye on the ball. You've got a goal in mind. There's, whether it's a relationship with somebody, romance is in the air, someone else is leaving your life. So the person who was behaving stupidly here, the turkey, could be the one that you're sending away, that you're walking away from. Okay, the Eight of Cups energy. This is that what I feel is going on, is that someone behaving stupidly is somebody that that you're just finding you can't live with anymore. You've been in a relationship with them and you just can't be with them any longer. It's getting to the point where maybe they're not evolving as you are evolving, and that might not necessarily be the motivating factor for you to, you know, pick up your sword and live your truth, speak your truth, right? Speak your truth. It could be, it may not be that, but it could be a number of other things too with the individual you're living with. But if it has to do with spiritual growth, let's say, then that is going to be a very significant mitigating factor when it comes to who you choose to be with in your life. Because if they're not evolving as you are, spending a lot of time focused on your inner strength, learning to live through by walking by faith instead of by sight, right? You're choosing that. You're choosing to leave your old ways behind, just like this Seven of Swords. You're choosing to leave your old ways behind, which is fear. You know, really, it's fear. You're finding confidence because you're more in tune with your inner self. You're enjoying yourself becoming a different person, playing that different role. As a result, you're overcoming some major problems, challenges in your life, because you have that trust and faith in the divine, and you're finding that life is a little easier because of that. Because, you know, like when you have that trust and faith that everything is fine, and even if it doesn't seem like it right now, you know that it is fine, and that it's just as long as you change the way you look at the situation or the relationship, then it's going to work out just fine. It's going to work out way better than you could even imagine yourself. So it's about you finding that courage to walk away from something that needs to, the chair that is not, that needs to be empty. That chair, you're going to be walking away from the person that once filled that chair, which means it opens up the chair for someone else to come in. And this is the romance that's in the air for you. Family might have a problem with it. Let's say your family loves the person you're with. They really dig them, you know, and they praise them all the time, and that sort of thing. And if you're choosing to walk away from somebody like that, that you know they're not living with this person. They may not see this person the same way you see them. So it could be that they're just loving the person that the person puts, you know, reveals to them. But you see the other sides of this person, you know, behind closed doors. You know, it doesn't have to be violent or anything like that, just anything, like different behavior, different mindset, different way they talk to you when you're alone, as opposed to the way they will talk to you in front of other people, that kind of thing. So they've been behaving stupidly to the point where it's gotten to the point you just can't do it anymore with this person. And instead of like packing your bags and leaving, you're waiting for the divine to reveal to you when it's time. And you've got confidence in that. The divine is going to reveal to you when it's time for you to make that change. Okay? But in the meantime, surrender, allow the transformation to take place over time that's needed, in a way that is very, very non-aggressive, like quite, in a sense, passive. Okay? You know, don't not do something when you're feeling the inner urge to do so. And I think that if I'm talking to people here that are into connecting with their inner divinity on a regular basis, like daily, and you're learning to trust your inner self, God, whichever you want to call it, Holy Spirit, that you know that they're very much active in your life, the angels are with you and guiding and rolling out the red carpet for you, then I know that you don't necessarily need to know that that it's about being assured that you're okay, that everything's okay, because you know that, you already know that. All right. So, but for others, of course, you need to start looking at ways during your downtime from work and family and stuff like that, looking at ways where you can take care of yourself, start loving yourself, spending time with yourself, rejuvenating your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your body. Yeah, surrendering to what is, so that opens up the door. It opens the door for spirit to come in, because when we're not surrendering, we're resisting, we're pushing like this. So when we surrender, we actually allow the door to open. Spirit comes in and starts setting everything up that you can't see yet, that we can't see at our vantage point. Spirit can see everything. So they know exactly where the people and the things, that events and stuff like that have to come together at the right time, divine timing, for you to have that, to achieve that that thing or situation. So basically, we have the guidance already right here, is for you to achieve the thing or situation, is for you to just let go. Get yourself into a calm, peaceful, all is well kind of attitude, mind thinking, right? And go out and have some fun. And maybe when you're out having some fun, there's going to be some romance happening in your life. You're going to meet somebody. Or this could be, you're going to go out with somebody that comes into your life that fills that chair, and you're going to have fun with them. May not be something that your family's going to be happy about in the beginning, but eventually they will. Just time has to go by, and it could be as soon as May that they release their attitudes, because they're seeing how much you're having fun now in your life. You're overcoming challenges. You're a different person wearing that different hat, right? And you're enjoying yourself. You're in love. Somebody, you just become a more fulfilled, happier person as a result of this change that's coming into your life. So you are, this can mean that you're going to be receiving a message from somebody that's going to help you in some way, whether that's meeting the person that wants to come into your life, or to help you achieve this thing or situation that you want to be a part of. And this is like something that you want to be a part of. You want to either come together with others doing something, or you want to celebrate something that thing that you're getting, that you're receiving as a result of your ability to let it go. And it's going to be something that you're going to have that's going to make you very happy, okay? It's going to make you feel very fulfilled. Like, again, it could be a person that's coming in romantically into your life. Or this is like you are going to be going to an event or something, or your health is getting better, and you can celebrate with your family and friends and other people, right? It's going to be a very motivating time for you, and you're stepping into your power, is what this is saying. You're stepping into your power because you're leaving the heaviness behind. You're leaving the person that needs to empty the chair, okay? You're leaving that situation behind, that relationship behind, situationship. You're leaving your old thoughts, your old way of being behind. You're shedding your skin. Okay? This change is on your horizon. It is in your future, and it's going to be wonderful. You let yourself turn inwards and start having faith that all is well right now. It's just that you've got to get your mind there. And telling yourself, they say, fake it till you make it. Fake saying, even if you have to fake it for a while, that everything's fine right now, that what I want, what I desire, is going to be my experience in the future. I don't know when that's going to be. Could be as soon as May, is what this timing is saying. Or it could be 5 days from now, or 5 weeks from now. Or 5 months, but it's 4.5 to May, so we're pretty much there. So yeah, you are, you just let that be what your story is that you are going to, you know that you're going to be fulfilled. Everything is fine right now. All you have to do is lay your beautiful head down and let Spirit, let God do everything else behind the scenes. When you feel a murmur or a niggling, intuitive hit to take action in some way, go for it and do it. Just do it and keep checking in with your guidance. Okay, I've done what I felt like I was supposed to do. What do I do now? Do I just wait again? Of course you do. You wait until, but you might, right in that moment when you're asking, you might get another inspirational hit to do something else. And it might be something small, but it might be something bigger than small. So it all looks really, really wonderful. Let's see if the Spirit has any further guidance for you about how you can, you know, what your future holds and how you can achieve this thing. Okay, we've got the World. That's closing the chapter. The Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So the guidance that you're receiving here is that the divine is bringing a chapter of your life to an end, to an ending. Of course, it's always cyclical, right? Infinite. One chapter ends and another one begins, right? One chapter ends, another one begins. One chapter ends, another one begins. So you're going to be ending a pretty long, like a chapter that was really quite long. It could be like the length of a book, an entire book, but it was just one chapter. So you're leaving an old way of thinking, an old way of being. You're leaving that person behind, that one that you once were. You're still you, but you're more like leveled up, more assured, more confident individual. Somebody who is spiritually minded and knows that they're deeply spiritually connected. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles, what we got here? We got 3 pentacles on a tree. The tree of life is how I see that. We got three little elves right here, working on the tree or climbing it. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're working together. They're going to, so the message here with the Seven of Pentacles is that, look at this fellow here. He's got his fruit hanging right there, his pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's sitting under his so-called fruit tree, tree of life, and, you know, doing some heavy thinking, being introspective about all that he has been able to accomplish in his life. Same with you. You're going to be surrounded by Spirit and others who are going to help you achieve whatever goal it is, whatever situation or thing that you have on your mind. They're going to help you walk and climb the tree to your success, to your bounty, right? The Three of Pentacles, to your bounty. It's a collaboration. So when you lay your head down to rejuvenate or to sit in a meditative position and to be in your sacred space, knowing that all is well right here, right now, that you're going to be calling upon, you just end up doing that. It's like by default that when you go into receiver mode, that's like opening the door, like I spoke of before, and you're able to like move mountains at that point. You can the angels and the Spirit come in and they start boosting you, boosting your spiritual energy, so that you become a very significant magnet to all it is that you desire, that's for your highest good. Okay, so you are going to be able to climb those mountains like these little guys are climbing the tree. And during those times of just letting go and letting God, you are going to be able to stay in knowing that you have everything that you need just for the reaching, right? You just have to reach up, take something and say, okay, I've got this, I've harvested this, because of all that I've done before, all my hard work that I did on myself, letting these things, you know, my beliefs and attitudes go. I've done all that hard work, and so it's just time for me to sit here and ponder and enjoy this until the time comes with the Eight of Pentacles, right? Eight of Pentacles would be the next card, to actually take action and do some work, to move towards, even take that other step towards the next step towards your receiving, to achieving your goal, achieving that thing or situation. So guys, I hope that pile number 1, you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, would you please give me a thumbs up and a like, share, and comment, even subscribe if you haven't, and I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for spending this time with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, bye for now. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. I hope you enjoy it. You have chosen the card Wise Action, pile number 2 with 12, Wise Action. And if you chose your pile by the letters, we have B, C, F, and P, and those will be the energies in your cards, or in your reading, pardon me. And so we're going to find out what it is that your future holds for the thing or situation you have on your mind. And then later we'll find out what is your guidance to achieve this thing or situation. Okay, let's start off by getting a couple cards from your oracle. These oracle decks. This one. Lenormand. Yeah. We have those 3. And Intuit Trio, we got the Focus deck. Get one. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to pick some tea. Let's get these 3. That one wants to come out. So does that one. And that's enough. Okay. What do we have? Starting off with this one, we got Peacock, self-love. Okay, self-love and wise action. Very interesting. So Peacock here says, you will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself, that which makes you indefinably unique and beautiful. There is deep wells of untapped inner power in letting go of negative self-talk. I'm going to read this one of Wise Action from the guidebook, which isn't really a guidebook. It's a PDF, but it'll work. Let's see, number 12. Wise Action. Okay, teeny writing. I'll take my glasses off. Wise Action says, you are here to act, to be engaged in life, not to be inactive and indifferent. You have work to do, a contribution to make to those around you and the world at large. So get on with it. You will act wisely when you have an even mind and an open heart. So work, that'd be like a balanced mind and an open heart. So work consistently to reside in this state. You do not attain freedom by inaction. No one attains perfection by renouncing work. No one can be inactive even for an instant, as all are compelled to action by their inner nature. The intrinsic nature of life, of everything in the universe, is to reach out into the unknown, to the edge of itself and beyond, and expand and become more than it presently is. This force permeates the universe, driving energy and matter ever onward. We see it play out in the evolution of species on Earth. We see it in ourselves as the unceasing desire for growth, improvement, and new mountains to climb. Human beings don't wake up in the morning wishing they were less than they were yesterday. No one wants to go backwards in any area of life. We all have an inherent desire to progress and expand in every way. It is the driving force of life. So it says, the verse highlights one of the key themes of the Bhagavad Gita. that we are here to act, to be engaged with life, and to contribute to life. We are not here to be inactive, indifferent, and self-centered. We have work to do. This work is our contribution to ourselves, our family, and the world, and we should get on with it. Okay, so being active, not being inactive. Very good. Self-love. So that, you know, it's kind of a dichotomy here, because self-love is like is taking care of yourself, but you don't have to be inactive to love yourself. So it's not really a dichotomy. It's just that you just need to know how powerful you are, how loved and how valued you are by the universe, okay, others in your life, and by the universe. Teaching. Interesting. Teaching. Teaching role. Let's see. We got flowers. All right. Flowers. The bear. And thoughts. So we have 30, 15, and 16. 33 is like a message. It's like the flowers is about being thought of dearly, you know. It's like a way to impart information to somebody without actually saying it. And back in the day, in the 1800s, men would often give this the one that they have a love interest in, a bouquet of these lilies. These lilies, not sure what these are. I can't remember. What are they? Number 30. Lilies. Yes, they're lilies. Yep. Okay, and the bear here. So, in other words, the woman would know that this person who gave these flowers, these lilies, have a love intention towards them. Okay, without them ever having to say a word, because that was just something that was, you know, that it would be understood. Okay, the bear is having that fortitude, that strength, and that courage. The mama bear thing, that with being a white bear like the polar bear, it is pure of heart, you know. It's like striving and going forward with pure intentions, you know. Even if you have to leave others behind, or you know, tread on something that might bother someone else or hurt somebody else, you're not doing it to be malicious. You're doing it because there's something that you had to go that way. In other words, you had to trump on this person, this situation, in a sensitive way, of course. You had to do it in order for you to there was something that needed to be done that was going to be for the best interest of yourself and others. Okay, so for the greater good kind of thing. Thought card number 16. Oh, this is 6, so this is like family and love. 1 and 5. 1 and 6 is 7. That's divine. So somebody's having some thoughts about you know, spirituality, true intentions, pure of heart, somebody else, a romantic connection, whichever it is. And this is what we're going to find out what your future holds with respect to whatever is on your mind. Okay, so what's the T? Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over, so hallelujah to that. Yep. Broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. Yeah, because it's what you have to do. It's going to be for the greater good of all, including yourself, of course, right? Parting ways. It's to learning to love yourself. It's what you do. You end up becoming a teacher, like a model for others, maybe even your own kids. If you have some that your kids are, you know, they're sponges, they're watching everything we do as parents, that we would be modeling what needs to get done, what wise action needs to take place, what do I need to do that's wise. And it's taking action towards that greater good thing that is something that I want to achieve for myself and my family. But also I know it's kind of like, if I achieve this, if I receive this thing or situation or have this relationship, then I'm, my heart is going to be full and it's going to be happy, and therefore it has to be good for everybody else. It's just the way it works. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. So Spirit is keeping an eye on you and smoothing out your path before you, paving the way towards this. Seahorse, family matters. Okay. Mountain, major challenge to overcome. We had that in the first pile reading. And Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Muddled, unclear thinking. All right. So here's some muddled, unclear thinking possibly that you had been, but you're moving away from that now. You're moving away from that. Okay? So I would say that you are definitely moving forward towards it, whatever it is that's on your mind, that's this thing or situation, relationship, whatever it is for you. Work, career, health, love, families, relationships, just anything that you are desiring right now, that you are taking actions when you feel guided, that it would be the right time to do something, right? That it's all about you making sure that you do whatever you feel in your heart to do. You follow your heart. You end up modeling for others who are watching you, okay, how to achieve your goals, all right, to achieve your desires, being motivated, knowing that there's unspoken love in your life, in your future, that you are gallantly moving towards with pure intentions and a lot of power and force, right? To change the outcome, to have the outcome that you had once, maybe at one time, had unclear thinking about, but you're not anymore. I mean, look how clear this picture is. Look how clear the thought is. That looks like a real person. Like this guy is a professional artist, obviously, right? He can draw. He can draw and paint. I cannot do that. I cannot paint like that. The best of my ability is to paint a stick man. That's it. That's where I go for my creative artistic behaviors, is stick man. So the most difficult part of the situation is over and you're moving forward. There's going to be a parting of the ways of a romance or business, so some kind of partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be business oriented, or you're leaving a job, right? You'll have an opportunity that is going to come to you that's going to give you so much more than you could imagine, because you're going to take the necessary wise actions to keep moving forward, like very powerful what do you call this guy? Powerful polar bear, thank you. Irregardless, it could be to do with family matters, or again, like in pile number 1, family had some thoughts and opinions and attitudes about something that you were wanting to do or were doing, and it was sort of like a mountain for you a challenge for you to overcome. So again, it might be something that your family is going to frown upon, and they're going to let you know in so many ways, you know how family is, that they don't want this for you. They wouldn't have you do that, whatever, but it's going to be a challenge for you to overcome. And they're going to try and confuse you, maybe not purposely, right? But because of your loyalty to your family, knowing that your family's important. You've always listened to them before, but there's something you really, really want to do, something you really want to have, and it goes against what their beliefs are. Maybe, for example, you want to move to another country and you want to explore the world, move to another country, not be in a regular 9-to-5 job, not working at a bank anymore. Or if you ever, maybe you went to school and got your degree and you have a degree and all that sort of stuff, but you're kind of like, I don't want to work in that, even though maybe your family wanted you to become a doctor and you became a doctor. And now it's like, I never wanted to be a doctor, but that's what my family wanted. So I would rather, because I have the credentials behind me to be a doctor, a medic, or whatever, I may be able to move to another country. Maybe it's like a third world country where you're going to work in, in the field of offering medical care to the residents in the third world country. And your family doesn't want you to, because it's maybe a war-stricken country. It might have a lot of diseases in it, that they're worried that's going to happen to you, and it's going to be confusing for you, because you know that your family's doing it because they love you, and they care for your well-being, obviously. And it's kind of like, well, should I or shouldn't I? Well, that's where you have to remember that it's about what it is that makes your heart beat, okay? Not what your family's heart's beating, but obviously show them the respect and love that you would normally give them, but be clear with them that maybe you're going to be a teacher in another country too. It could be that, but you're going to be teaching them what it means, or how you go about following your heart, without, even though you may have to step on other people's wishes, or attitudes or opinions about it. It's going to be something that you've had a great deal of thought about, and you really, all you know is you want to do it. You just want to do it. You want to have it. You want to experience it. You do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just want to have that experience. And so you will be imparting upon your family that you're going to be very wise about taking these actions towards like moving to the other country that might be war stricken, have a lot of famine and diseases, stuff like that you're going to protect yourself, have yourself inoculated, learn how to do self-defense, so going to self-defense classes, karate, whatever. It's you're going to be preparing yourself, which is like teaching. Teachers prepare their students, right? You're preparing yourself for the situation you want to experience, the thing you want to experience, so that your family can be at ease and be okay with it, and they send you off with their blessings, kind of thing. If they don't send you off with their blessings, they will eventually. Because I know when I moved to Australia, to live in Australia with my daughter, who was 8 years old at the time, and we lived there. I was going to live there for 3 years to finish out my degree in social work. And of course I didn't do social work. I did there, but I came back to the States and I finished off in psychology. But I just couldn't live there past another year, past the year. So we were there for the whole year. It was expensive to live there, and finances were really the major reason, but just feeling homesick coming back was the other mitigating factor as to why I would leave Australia. But we had a fantastic time there. But I'll tell you, my parents were not for it at all, because I had to leave somebody behind in order to do that. And they were very unhappy about that. The funny thing about it is that whenever they told, like my mom worked in a store, and whenever people came into the store, she'd talk to them and they'd ask about her family and stuff like that, and she'd say, yeah, Corey's over in Australia, she's going to school there. And they'd all go, oh, really? Isn't that interesting? Wow, that's such a great experience to have. Well, you see, people have positive experiences, positive positive responses, reactions to what mom was saying or dad was saying about me being there. And so it started changing their mind about it. They started seeing it differently. So they let up and started easing up on the I'm mad at you for leaving this person behind and going across the world. For even if it's just for one day, they were, it wasn't their wish. They didn't want that for me. So they can change. They see you happy doing what it is that you love to do, want to do. You'll be teaching them what it means to follow your heart, to love yourself that much. Okay, so let's find out from Tarot more about the story here. All right, Tarot, what do you have? What does your future hold for the thing or situation you have on your mind? All right. All right, what do we have here? We have Knight of Swords. Yeah, that's like fast movement, like now, right? I'm doing this now. Now, there's no time like the present. Now. Queen of Swords, that's the energy, whether you're male or female watching this, you're in the Queen of Swords energy, which is feminine energy of being fair-minded, like with your family, but, being sensitive to their needs, but still following your path, still following your truth, seeking that very thing or situation that you feel so motivated to do, and spiritually guided too. 9 of Pentacles, yeah. This is like, it's all about, it's an individual effort on your part. There is, what was it? What did we hear here? That, let me see here. I thought there was, parting of the way. Yeah. You're leaving something behind because what you were in before no longer serves your purpose. It's not serving you spiritually. And you need to, you know that whatever it is that you're doing, that you're moving towards, is going to even help you evolve even further, and which equates to happiness, the type of happiness that doesn't leave. The happiness is inner, true joy that sticks around forever. It's like when you do things that you really love because you love yourself that much, to follow a path that is right for you, no matter what others are saying or how they want to hold you back. You do that with that strength and courage. You are telling the world that you're happy. You're happy. You're settled. You're confident. You're content. Being you in your skin. You are just happy, knowing when you're happy. Everything, because your heart is vibrating at that happiness resonance, which is like self-love resonance, not residence, but resonance. That love is the highest resonance in the universe, and everything that matches love is everything each one of us human beings want. But because we've had, let's just say stinking thinking in the past, in our family possibly dictating what we did, what we didn't do in our lives, if they approved of it or not. Stinking thinking would cause stinking thinking experiences, because it's that's how our heart is resonating to the universe, that gives. The universe always gives, and it's not discerning about whether it's a good give, like what we would consider a good thing, or a bad thing. It just gives. So because your heart is a magnet, and when you are feeling mighty fine and settled and reassured that confidently you can move forward, that the world is abundant, the universe is abundant, and you're fine now, you will be fine, everything's good, because you love yourself enough to do the things that your heart is desiring, while making sure that you're sensitive to others' needs, but still moving forward towards what it is that your heart is actually beating for. And that could be a person. So there's the moon here. So there could be something that it's mysterious to others. You know, it is mysterious to you right now, just to a certain degree. You're not seeing something because, and this could be fears too, that it's not going to happen, and that's why you're here, to find out what the future holds for this situation. The moon has been keeping it under wraps, like not allowing you to really see the full outcome or the potential of it, right? We have the Nine of Swords, so that has been keeping you feeling Nine of Swords energy, right? Which is very, very stressed energy. Very stressed, feeling like, you know, just like, oh, how's this going to work out kind of thing. Possibly making you lose sleep at night because you're thinking about it so often and knowing how much you really, really want it, and you're just not sure if it's going to happen for you. Temperance. But, you know, you got to, you know, pour the cup and know that everything, that the cup is always going to be full. As you pour from one cup to the next, you're taking whatever is in the one cup, put it in the other cup. So whatever it is that's in your heart, you've got to pour into your life, moving forward. And you're going to feel that the angels are setting you up for peace and serenity and all things balanced. Your heart is going to feel, like I said, content, confident, and assured that you are taking the right step because you're following your heart. That's a no-brainer. You follow your heart. When you follow your heart, because the divine speaks through our hearts, right? You follow your heart, you're actually following divine guidance. And you can't go wrong when you follow divine guidance. And you become the magician in your life. You will know that you have all the resources at your fingertips in order for you to be able to trust that everything is all the hard work that you've done. You have the fruit is hanging, the pentacles. You're going to be well taken care of financially. You're going to be harvesting that which you have put your time and your energy, your thought energy into, making sure you keep moving forward. And there's no time like now for you to do it. So what the future holds for you is, like, right now, it's for you to continue taking wise action, being sensitive of family and friends and stuff like that. But there's always that but. Be sensitive of their needs, their concerns, their fears, stuff like that. But not let it keep you from, being that major challenge of trying to climb the mountain of their desires. So you are going to be definitely, you might end up sending them some lilies, as if to say, chill out, Ma, Pa, chill out, Ma, Pa. I got this, I love you. This is what this says. I love you, and I will always, always keep your desires in mind and respect you for it. I just ask that you do the same for me. Yes, so very good. So let's find out then what your guidance is to achieve this thing or situation. Archangel Michael, what do we have for guidance for our people? Pile number 2, the High Priestess. Using your intuition. 8 of Pentacles, putting the work in. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah. Oh, look. This looks like, what is that? It's reading tea leaves, I think. Yeah. Somebody who is very spiritually connected. You may not know it, but if you don't, you know now. You're divinely connected. You're psychic. High Priestess. Queen of Cups. Somebody who is intuitive. Okay? Highly intuitive. The Queen of Cups energy is. Highly intuitive and just loves. The work that you're going to do, you're going to love it. The work you're going to do moving forward, you just use your intuition, rely on your intuition as to when is the next action, when's the next moment to take that wise action, step forward. You'll be mastering whatever it is that you're doing, moving towards your goal, your thing or situation. It's all good. It's just that you just leave the advice is to tune in, tap in, turn yourself on intuitively, because you'll be sitting in this you're in the Queen of Cups energy already. You're highly intuitive and you're a master. You're a master magician. You're going to be able to manifest your desires, your situation or your thing, if it's a relationship or finances, whatever, or a move across the world, whatever it is for you, it's going to happen for you. So it definitely is happening for you. Your future holds that for you, just as long as you keep doing you, taking care of yourself, loving yourself. Again, loving yourself is the highest form of love, okay? Because you can't love another without loving yourself first. You love yourself, and by default, the universe responds to that in all the ways, like I said before, that all of us human beings would love to experience in a lifetime. You're going to have it. It's going to be on your path if it's not already showing up for you right now. And I would gander to guess that it is already showing up for you, whether you're conscious of it or not. So guys, pile number 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, a like, and a share, a comment, and a subscription to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the pile 3 with the card 4, Dharma, all right, which is good karma. Dharma is good karma. And if you didn't choose it by the card, you chose it by the alphabet letter that resonated with you, they were J, W, I, and S. And I'm just going to move them aside because you know that these energies are in the reading as well. And so let's begin. I'm going to start pulling out some oracle cards for us to begin the reading of what does your future hold for the thing that you hold for the thing or situation you have on your mind. All right, and then we'll find out what is your guidance to achieve this thing or situation. And I'm going to read this card to you as well. Let's get some Lenormand. And we'll use tarot in a bit, but get some tea here first. Oh, look at those. I'm going to get those there. And before we begin revealing the cards, let's find out what 4 Dharma is. Dharma. Okay, what we got here? You have your own unique reason. It's very tiny writing for being a contribution. For being and contribution to make. You have your own unique reason for that. Through devotion to living out your inner callings and inspirations, you unfold your true nature, fulfill your purpose, and experience nourishment and fulfillment on the deepest level. Pursuing your own Dharma is superior to pursuing the Dharma of others. of another, even if successful in such pursuit. Following another's path is filled with danger. The literal meaning of the Sanskrit word dharma is that which supports, bears, or holds. It is the one that permeates and supports all of existence. It is often expressed as cosmic law and the underlying order of things. On the personal level, dharma is about living in accordance with the one who supports us, the laws of the universe, and your true self. The ancient Greeks described this as living in harmony with nature and its underlying laws. Fulfilling your dharma is about living out the inner callings, visions, ideas, and inspirations of your true self. It is about living up to the inner ideal that arises from your heart. We each have an inner ideal. It is our vision of what we think we should be and what we could be. We do not really choose it. We do not really choose it. It arises independently of our conscious involvement. It calls to us from our heart. It is the true self speaking to us, guiding us, and gently assisting us to aim in the right direction, letting us know when we are off course and out of alignment. To live in accordance with your dharma is to live out your inner ideal in harmony with nature. The verse instructs us that we should give ourselves to our own path above all, and cautions us against following the path of another, even if we could be successful in that other path. That kind of speaks to me for pile number 2's reading. If we're drawn to it at all, I would highly recommend it, because I spoke about how family has their desires for their kids. You know, their parents have their certain desires for their kids to follow a certain path that they believe and would approve of, and but it might not necessarily be what is in your heart, in the kid's heart. Okay, so that might be something you might want to watch as well. So we got what do we have? We have Ant, which is perseverance. Yeah, it's like going forward and doing it. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, the end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down, don't rush, work carefully, and learn to accept help from others. Yes, see, that was that's amazing. Dharma and perseverance, those kind of go hand in hand, don't they? You do it with you follow your path, knowing that you are following your heart, and for that reason you persevere and you overcome that maybe desire or belief that you should be doing following a path of, let's say, another person's desire for you, like family. It might not be family, it might be your husband or your wife, that they believe that you should, go out and get this kind of job, and you should do that 9 to 5, and give birth to 2.5 kids, and all that sort of stuff. That might not be really what's in your heart. So let's see what we got for Intuit Trio focus. We have abundance. Follow your heart. Abundance. Ants are like the pinnacle of abundance, are they not? They work so hard and diligently. They tend to the eggs. Have you ever tried to eradicate an anthill from your property and you put ant poisoning on it? Yeah, I know. But then you see how they're coming out with the eggs, and if you were to just kind of move the soil a bit as they're vacating, you see there's thousands of eggs there, and the workers are tending to the eggs laid by their queen ant, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not really into that sort of thing. But yeah, interesting how they're very abundant because of their hard work, their perseverance, and the sacred space, knowing that, it all comes from the desire to follow your life path. We have message of concern, and we have the whip. Number 14 is 5. That 5 to me is change. So some kind of message that concerns something or is concerning is going to shake things up a bit, or has already for you. Number 11, that's a master number, and it boils down to number 2, which is about, I have no idea. I looked it up, now I forgot what it was. Sorry guys. You can look it up if you want. But yeah, number 11, this is like a master number. It's about cleaning out your closet, cleaning out your home, cleaning out your backyard. And I don't mean you know, materially or it's just figuratively that I'm saying this, metaphorically, that you're cleaning out you're cleaning away all the debris that is not good for you, that you found is just like muddling up your mind and your life, therefore. So you are getting rid of some things. You're cracking the whip and you're sweeping it out, you know, cracking the whip, telling this way of thinking, my way of thinking, negatively, pessimistically, whatever it is, has to go. And cleaning my mind out, right? Or this person, or this job, this situation, maybe my ill health, this has got to go. I got to clean things up. I've got to eat better. I've got to live better. I've got to work better. I have to find an environment that supports me in not only what is in my heart for me, helping me feel motivated to move towards the very thing or situation that I'm here wondering what the future holds for it. And I want to persevere and keep living my soul passion, okay, my soul life, following the urgings of my heart, because that's where the abundance lies. The abundance comes in all sorts of forms. So we have gavel, which is involvement with the law. Maybe you work in a lawyer's office or the courthouse, or you know, in some kind of what is it? Some kind of, maybe you're an accountant, yeah, and you follow taxation laws, that kind of thing. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. Lovely. Love that for you. Owl, good advice from a wise person. Love that too. What we got? We got wealth, abundance. Yeah, isn't that funny? In February, that's next month if you're watching this reading now, or it's in 2 months, 2 days, 2 weeks. Table, hard work ahead though. All right, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to reach the pinnacle of abundance and wealth. We oftentimes have to persevere like ants. Take care of those eggs, right? Make sure that they hatch and more ants come out, because they have to work. Everybody's got to work in that anthill, except for the queen, I think. I'm not sure. You might want to tell me differently. I don't really know. But yeah, you are going to be cracking the whip on yourself. The 9 of Wands. It's a wounded warrior energy. Okay. Oh, that one fell on the floor. Pardon me. Okay, King of Swords. King of Swords came out. The Queen of Swords has been coming out 2 piles before. Okay. Oh, that one's up. All right. Interesting. 7 of Cups. All right. So 9 of Wands is, you know, persevering in the face of adversity. Still persevering. Being patient, but having the desire to take on one last battle, to keep moving, in other words, to keep going towards your goal. Must be a goal that you have, a thing or situation that you have that you've been trying to for a while, trying to reach for a while. And it seems that there's been, you know, things getting in the way. Maybe it has to do with the law. Like, for example, could be that you're either maybe you just got out of jail. It could be you just got out of jail, you're on probation, parole, whatever. There's a lot of restrictions to that, limiting restrictions. It could be that you're going to have to serve some time in jail. So there you have, or you are right now, you know. So it's a matter of being able to get released, that you can actually start moving towards what it is that you've been wanting to do while you've been, you know, had time to think about it. And you've been thinking about it for a while, for however long you were in jail. Or, you know, you've got responsibilities as people's lawyers to defend them or prosecute them or whatever it is. You're a lawyer. Maybe you are like a tax accountant. It's going to be tax season right away here in the United States. Tax season is right now. Really, well, start in February, March. Yeah, so it is like there's something that you really, really want to do. It's a new thing that you want to get involved with. There's a new something on your mind that is a situation that has been on your mind for quite some time, and you've been having to like chill it out, and these people are holding on to each other's wrists, so no one's going anywhere, but it's harmonic. It's like everybody's got somebody to hold on to here, whether they're holding somebody back or they're just letting them know that they're being supported. Okay, holding somebody back from doing something that isn't the right time is what I meant to say. But there's going to be a message concerning, now if it's not the law, it could be something like again, it could be those things, but it could be that you wanting to move to another state or a country, and there's a lot of legal jargon to go through, filling out forms, getting work visas, passports, and you know, getting health checks and inoculations and all sorts of stuff it's the law for that country, and it's the law of the country you're in, and you have to do certain things in order for you to be able to move from point A to point B kind of thing. But it's something, maybe you're going someplace that is it would make you feel really, really happy, but it could be a sunny place where there's a lot more sun than where you're currently living. You might be living in Prince Rupert, British Columbia, where is a place that it barely ever is sunny, but when it does shine there, oh, it's a beautiful place to be. Okay, so you might be living somewhere where you'd like to see a whole lot more warmer weather, you know, and sunnier weather. So somebody in your line of work, or in your family, or your friend, in your community, is going to give you some wise advice, okay, good advice. So you'll be hearing that could be this message concerning some wisdom that you need to crack the whip on yourself or something or someone, and you need to start doing that as soon as February, or in 2 days, 2 weeks, and get working towards your goal. If you want to achieve your goal, you've got to show your mustard and get busy to work towards that wealth and abundance that you're looking for. Like a wealth and abundance can be, you'll feel wealthy when you're in another country where it's sunnier and warmer. You'll feel wealthy. You'll feel abundant. Oh, look at what life has that supports you in this place. You know, I'm abundant in this place. Just because you're there, you're happy you're there. So you are definitely somebody who has been, beat up a bit, either physically or emotionally, mentally. Beat up a bit, the wounded warrior, but you're a warrior nonetheless, and you still have that one last flame, desire in your heart to continue moving towards and living your life, moving towards what you desire and living your life. There is possibly somebody of authority or a wise person, could be a lawyer, again, right? Could be a lawyer that is going to give you some wise advice, some good advice. Good advice for you to help you
do whatever it is that you need to do next. So if you're like you're going to go to jail, or you're in jail and coming out of jail, you're going to get some, you're going to have the law in your life for a little bit, and you may need to seek a lawyer to find out what your rights are when it comes to doing what it is that you want to do. Having just been released, or going to be released, or going to jail, maybe you want to get that degree that you've always wanted to do but never took the time to do it. But when you go to prison, you're going to have a lot of time to do it. So you may end up seeking advice about that from somebody in that position. All right, and so what else we got here? We have the Four of Swords. That's rest, that's peace, that's gaining wisdom. Two of Pentacles is a fine balancing act, balancing two things. We got the Sun, the Ten of Cups, happiness, yeah. Page of Wands, yeah. Oh, right, Seven of Cups, okay. All right, so it looks like, let's see, that you've got some more mustard left in you to move forward, to pursue something, and you're going to be seeking advice. There must be something that needs a great deal of attention. Maybe you're starting a new business and you're seeking the advice of a corporate lawyer, or just a lawyer that deals with small businesses, helping small businesses. Whatever it is, you're going to be seeking. If you're not actually talking to a lawyer, you're online checking out what's the necessary steps to take, and what are the legalities of that. If you're going to start a new business, you got to get yourself registered in your state. That's if you live in the United States. It could be different wherever you live, but you have to get yourself registered as a business, and that's usually with the Secretary of State. And then you have to, if you're going to start selling things, obviously, usually a service or a product, if you're in business, then you're going to have to be able to get yourself registered with the state and the county you live in, to pay taxes, sales taxes, right, on anything that you sell for a service or goods. It's because you have to remit that on a monthly basis, that kind of thing. You need to get yourself an employee identification number, possibly an EIN, or a taxpayer number. There's certain things you've got to get in order for you to establish, and you might need to draw up a will at the same time. Draw up a will so that if something were to happen to you, that your business would be bequeathed to somebody else, or done with, or merged with another company of your choice, that kind of thing. But you are doing the balancing act with all of this. It's been hard work for you, right? It's been hard work for you already. You're trying to get something off the ground. You've been sweeping away, clearing out the old, preparing your foundation to build whatever it is, to have and receive whatever it is, clearing out the foundation so that it will be prepared to receive that. And you're taking time, for necessary time, to rest, to have respite time, because of all the juggling you have to do with this and that. I have to talk to this person tomorrow, and I'll have to go here to have this meeting with the board of directors, or whatever it is that you got to do. It's a juggle, maybe even with your family and friends, trying to just find time for everyone and everything that you always have done before. Now that you are finding out what it is that's making your heart tick. Yeah, your heart tick. Whatever it is that you want to do is like, it's so sacred to you. It's so sacred to you that you eat, dream, and breathe it all the time, and that self, it's always on your mind. you got to put your swords down for a bit and get some R&R and relax. Maybe you are already, maybe you're wise enough to do that. Okay, but following your spiritual path, pursuing harmony and love and abundance. It takes perseverance, as they say. It takes perseverance in order for you to be able to do things that are exciting and grand to you on whatever scale that looks like to you. There's a lot of legalities that go into it, and you've got to you just got to start rocking. And you've got 14 days, not even that, of January left before February rolls around. And maybe it's time for you to just lay down your, the 2 or 3 or 4 things that you're juggling, to have a bit of a respite time, so that when you are ready and you can get up and feel refreshed, feeling like whatever it is that you're pursuing is going to make you happy. Like we said already, it's going to make you feel fulfilled with the 10 of Cups, lovingly feeling fulfilled, just loving your life, right? And being excited about everything new that's on your path, everything new. Because when you start off something new, a new venture or whatever it is that you're doing, you're pursuing, there is so much confusion, but that's because there's so many, opportunities, so many things that you have to consider. Yep. So many things you got to take into consideration. You got to remember. It can be confusing. You got to make a decision on what is the first thing to do before I do that, the next thing, right? And it's exciting because you're working towards a goal. You work towards something or a situation that is it's in your heart. It's sacred to you. It's so important to you. There's something that you have been thinking about for a long time, and it's you're feeling like the itch. You're feeling like it's time, that you actually have been working on it already, as best as you can. I'll give you a example, just that I want to move back to the mountains because I used to live in the mountains. Mountains are beautiful, right? I want to move back to the mountains, and I live in a very pretty state, but it's flat, okay? But I want to move back to the mountains where it's got 4 seasons, and I just feel like I'm going to be super happy, very abundant, and just wealthy living there just because I'm there. So I want to move to Colorado. And I'm going to be living in the mountains. So what I've been doing already before I know it's time for that to happen is that I have actually looked at different house plans, because we plan to build a house, okay? Different house plan. We found a house. We found an area where we want to buy land to build a house. We're going to have our horse there, okay? And I also have been getting this house that we're living in ready. That's why my hands are the way they are. I have been building and restoring and constructing and fixing, painting, plastering, you name it. I've been doing it, cutting it, sawing it, sanding it, everything. I've been doing it because there's things in the house that need to be repaired before we could put it on the market for sale, right? It's a 20-year-old house, so things are needing to be fixed. And I love doing that sort of stuff, so I'd rather do it myself than hire somebody else to do it, pay them for it when I enjoy doing it myself. But it's those kind of things that I'm doing already. They're kind of like behind the scenes, but it's not something that is actually moving us towards my goal, our goal. It's not something that's doing it. But when the time is, let's say it's time to put the house on the market. Well, it's ready to be on the market, right? Now, it's not we can't put it on the market yet because I got to fix this, that, and everything else. It's when it's time to buy the property. Well, we already know what business or what company we're going to use for the house plan that we want. Stuff like that. We know more about the septic system we got to have, and the water, where we need to get, how we need to get water, if we're going to have propane, and we've got to have solar and all this sort of stuff. We have to have a trailer, like a camper, to live in while our house is being built. you know, it's so many things, but we're getting those things done now as if it's going to happen next month. And that's basically what I'm saying, is that you are already you're already working on it, even though it's not something that's actually going to catapult you from this to that right away. But it's stuff that when the time comes, the divine timing comes, it's like, I already got that done. I got that done. So you're gonna, you know, you're gonna be able to spring forward ahead a lot quicker because you've already taken care of stuff behind the scenes, behind, you know, those kind of things. So let's find out what the advice is from your guides for the guidance to achieve this thing or situation. I mean, I think you're already doing it, but let's see what they have to say. Oh, I guess we got those two. Hangman, the Eight of Wands, and the World. All right. The World is starting a brand new venture, right? Ending the chapter. So but basically what it's telling me is like what I'm what I kind of gave you as an example is that in order for you to spring forward quickly is to hold up. Hold up. You know, it doesn't mean just because you're hanging by the foot upside down that you're not going to get things accomplished, even by hanging upside down, feeling like you're stuck. So you've got the idea of what you want to do. You want to do it. It's in your heart. It's aching. My example is want to go back and live in the mountains, right? So it aches in my heart to do that, but I can't do anything right now about it, other than what I'm doing with the house and finding the right property and the house we want to build ahead of time. So that's all taken care of. There's no like, oh, okay, we got this to do now, I guess it's time to do that, and then taking your time doing that. You don't have to if it's already done. So just, you know, you're feeling a little stuck and held back, limited a little bit, but it's all good. It's all good because it's giving you the time and the wherewithal, knowing, like the enlightenment, to be able to, when the time comes, to be able to take very quick action, passionate action, and end that chapter so that you can, you're putting that chapter behind you, and you got the world by the tiger by the tail, and you're just starting a brand new life. It's all about, the advice is to just lay low. The time will come when it's time. It'll come, and you'll be prepared for it, right? You'll even be further ahead than you are if you were to not do these things behind the scenes, as I mentioned. And you'll be moving, you know, ending this, taking the time and the energy to put, you know, to tie up loose ends here with what you're transitioning out of, to start that new chapter in your life. So it's okay. Just allow yourself to be stuck. Be okay with being stuck where you're at. Be okay. Accept that, because you are being enlightened as to the little things that you could take care of right now. Pardon me. Even though it's not something that's going to get you there tomorrow. All right, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and a comment, and even subscribe if you haven't. And take care of yourself. Talk to you again. Bye for now.